think, overall the same things that we were discussing after the game kind of just came out with a little bit of film to back it. Holding on to the ball a little too much in the pocket doesn't put my offensive line in the best position to, hold up, and a lot of those sacks going to me. So I got to do my best to, make the proper adjustments to make sure I'm getting the ball checked down when I need to.
That internal clock that we've been asking you about for a couple of months now, and we saw that a little bit yesterday. How far along in that process, or how long do you think it's going to take for you to kind of get to that point where, you're not even thinking about that?
Hopefully this week. It needs to happen fast. Obviously, in this last game, that changes the game. The sacks are moving us out of field goal range. Those sacks are moving us to third and extra long. So it's my job to make sure that we, at least throw the ball away and keep the ball where it's at.
Hey, DeShone, we just talked to Hugh, and he was saying that part of the job of being a quarterback is the defense. You have to kind of cheer on the defense, and the special teams rely on you, and everybody relies on you. You got to get used to that pressure. What's it like for you having, an NFL franchise kind of riding on your shoulders?
It's awesome. This is my dream job. I've understood the responsibilities that an NFL quarterback's had since high school, when everyone kind of tells you all the different things that you have to do and how it's always going to be another step and it's always going to be a bigger task at hand in front of you. And now that I'm here, having a guy like Coach Jackson who's kind of guided me along the way and telling me all the things that needs to be done for us to have a successful locker room, I'm taking it on head on. And I think I've done a decent job with taking on all the different things, and all I'm doing right now is just trying to learn more and more as we go and what it's going to take for us to continue to experience some success.
Do you find yourself encouraging those guys? I think I saw you cheering them on at the defense to get this
done. Oh, absolutely. When you have a defense playing as well as ours is, it's easy to cheer for them. Obviously, those guys are out there playing well, and obviously we've had a little bit of adversity with guys coming in and out and injuries and things like that, and the way that we've been able to step in and not skip a beat is something that I'm very proud of. To consider myself on a team who's doing that. So I'll continue to cheer those guys on, and they keep doing a good job with getting the ball back to the offense. It's time for us to go up and put up as many points as we can.
Sorry, this is a repeat question, but when you look at the film, what did you see?
All the things we talked about after the game. Specifically, holding on to the ball a little bit, and got to make sure that I'm throwing the ball away or at least checking the ball down.
Did you see the sacks? Was there something there on those occasions? Or?
Yeah, there's a back who's out a couple times. They got to get the ball out too. There's when you have the ability to run with your legs and extend plays, you never feel as if you ever should be sacked. So right now I'm trying to do my best to continue to get that feel that you need in the pocket to understand when it's time to go down, when it's time to escape the pocket and throw it away, or to find someone who's in an underneath spot where I can drop the ball off or at least throw it at his feet so we're not taking sacks.
How important is it for you to, for all starting quarterbacks, but for you to inspire all your teammates to play for you? Because you're talking about defense, not just the offense, but the other guys.
Yeah, the quarterback position is supposed to be the ultimate coach on the field, and it's supposed to be a direct, connection to the message that the head coaches are saying. So, obviously coaches out there inspiring us every day to go out and work hard and become better. And it's my job to continue to push this message and, take on all the responsibilities that I need to take on as a starting quarterback.
Sean, do you have any different feeling about that long pass to Williams on the sideline today after looking at it?
Yeah, get the ball 2 yards inside, and he walks into the end zone. Obviously he tracked the ball the way he's supposed to, and it ended up in his hands, and he caught the ball, and that's his job. It's my job to make sure the ball's in bounds for him so that when he does track it, it leads him into the end zone, not out of bounds.
Talk about the chemistry you and Corey seem to be developing when you've really only been working together, relatively not that long.
Yeah, Corey and I have created a good relationship off the field that has allowed us to, connect quite well on the field. I've been able to, gain some trust with him, and he's been able to gain some trust with me since the first day I've stepped here. Coach has done a good job with allowing us, even when I was in the third string spot, to go out and get some extra work with him. So that relationship has been something that's been building for the last couple of months, and now obviously is out there on the field.
Sean, where's the speed of the game for you right now? Is it still moving pretty quick, or is it slowing down a little bit? I know it's only one big
Yeah, I'm becoming very comfortable. I think that the speed is obviously up, and the talent is as good as everyone has warned me that it's going to be. But in my position, I think that I'm starting to develop and gain some confidence in myself that slows the game down a little bit. But that all comes with preparation. That was one game in which I had multiple weeks to prepare for. Now we have in my mind, kind of a shorter time period to prepare for Baltimore, and I need to be able to put myself in the same position that I was in, for Pittsburgh, to have that comfortability in the pocket to make sure that the confidence is still there.
Was it noticeably up for you that first regular season game? The speed, was it noticeably?
Absolutely. Everyone's playing. The only experience that I had before that was preseason games where, you might get a couple guys out there who are the stars, but when you have everyone out there and obviously a really good defense in Pittsburgh, you get to see how it all interacts. There's never a weak spot within the defense in the NFL. And obviously it's a challenge for me to make sure I'm stepping up my game and preparing myself to the best of my ability to make sure that I can, take what the defense is giving me.
Hugh, when we talked to him about it, he says, he gives us hope. I really like what he saw. How is Hugh behind the scenes? And when he's in the film room with you, breaking things down, what's that interaction between you like?
He's awesome.
Is he a real tough coach on you?
Yeah, he has high standards. He coaches hard, but we have a good relationship outside of football that I think allows us to work well together. He's kind of taken me under his wing. I've been at his hip for the last 3 months, and he's kind of pulled me along exactly the way that he wanted to, and it's kind of leading me obviously down a direction that's putting us in positions to win games.
What does it mean to you when he says something like, "This is a young man that gives us hope"?
That I'm doing my job. That everything that he's asking me to do is I'm either working towards it or doing it.
Would you agree, welcome to the NFL, you get the Steelers in your first game, now you're going to get the Ravens?
It's the NFL. This is the National Football League. Everyone you play is going to be tough. Obviously, our division is a very tough division, and it's played in the trenches and it's really tough and gritty. But no matter where I'm going to be, no matter who we're playing against, it's going to be a higher talent level than I've ever played against. So it requires me to step my game up every time I step out there.
Sean, to overall get the running game going a little bit better, what do you think has to happen?
We just got to execute our jobs. Every guy on the team understands that within the run game we all have a duty, from the quarterback carrying out his fake to a receiver who's blocking a guy down the field. All of us have to understand our gap and understand our job, and if we can all go out and execute it, then we'll be able to run the ball the way we want to.
Which plays yesterday stood out to you that you really liked?
There's quite a few, but quite frankly, we're in a position right now where I'm just trying to learn from my mistakes more than being excited with all the good ones. There's a lot of room for improvement, and I think that game we were able to find some things to key in on this week, and obviously a big thing that we want to focus in on is making sure that I'm getting rid of the ball as fast as I possibly can, and trying to continue to have some drives that keep our defense off the field. When they're playing as well as they are, it's our job on offense to make sure that they get the proper rest on the sideline before they get back out there.
Was there another throw to them besides the one to Kaysen that you wanted back?
There's quite a few. I know there's a dig route or a basic route across the middle to Corey that if he catches it, and if it's up in his face, he's going to come out of the backside with the speed and play well with that. There's a lot of things that on the precision side of things that can adjust a play. A ball that turns David Njoku around and doesn't have him running full speed, or a ball that is on a screen where I want to make sure that the ball's in his face. And every time you throw the ball, you want to make sure it's exactly where it needs to be.
You're obviously going to focus on what you want to correct, and you talked about it many times already. But does yesterday give you hope, about what you can be in this league?
We're just trying to go one day at a time. Obviously, we're 3 points short against a very good team in Pittsburgh, and it's our job now to do whatever we can to put ourselves in a position to win and go 1-0 this week.
Did your phone blow up pretty good last night? Did you have a lot of...
I'm worried about Pittsburgh. I'm worried about Baltimore. There's probably quite a few texts, but we've been able to put that behind us and move forward.
What was your little touchdown leap celebration? Is that
kicking the heels. Yeah, okay. Kicking the heels. It's something I did at Notre Dame that I'll try to bring over to the NFL now.
Good luck.
Cool. What was that?
Is it good luck or?
Nah, just a little energy. Sometimes you need a little momentum on offense.